Hello everyone, this is James and this is the video tutorial for the Omni function survival vessel. As you can see, we're starting off in the stock standard spawn ship, but we can easily solve that with a little bit of suicide. You know, suicide's always fun. And here it is, the OFSV. We'll respawn in it. First you'll see, lots of glass. Some strange looking landing gear out there. You can see all these hotbar things down here. You will see we do have welders and grinders and even a drill, looks like. Weapons, connectors, lights, all manner of things. Refinery, assembler, batteries. This does it all. So, hop out here. You can see it's a bit more roomy than the standard ship. Down here we have our little maintenance area. Gyros, gravity, reactors. 2 reactors. The ship starts with 1 ingot or 1 kilogram of uranium each. Have 2 batteries. Those have been saved in such a state that they start fully charged. The hotbar also saves state when I export. Comes with an interior turret. Look at cargo real quick. Comes with 20 Gatling gun ammo, a rifle, and 40 clips of rifle ammo, which the rifle ammo is also used in the interior turret, which comes preloaded with 10 magazines for a total of 50. And we do have this indenture up in the ceiling, which should, in my testing, take care of any respawn issues as long as you do not die at high velocity. That tends to cause a respawn death sequence over and over again because until they fix it, your character retains the velocity that they died at. Anyway, moving on. Drill, tools, pistons, connectors, lots of lights. This is using a darkening mod, which I will add an annotation here for when I finish editing the video, because I cannot recall the modder, but it's a pretty cool mod. Does come with an antenna. The antenna starts in the off position. All the factory bits start in the off position. Weapons and everything start off, so you're pretty good on power. The gravity generator is restricted heavily to the size of the vessel and starts at 0.4 G and only consumes about 19 kilowatts of power, so you could actually run the gravity generator and not burn too much extra energy. We had the nice blinky lights from the last 1.046 patch, I believe. They are in a back and forth. Kind of took inspiration from the marine strobe lights. Anyway, let's get back in here. Now we are going to fly over this way. Now this thing does have 8 forward thrusters, but it does also weigh, you know, just over 338,000 kilograms, which is almost twice the weight of the standard ship, the stock original respawn ship. Anywho, you may hear some banging from the pistons while you're traveling. I have not actually seen any damage from that yet. It appears to just be banging, which can get a little bit of annoying at times. Now, I have tested this in a listen server in multiplayer. I have not been able to test this in a dedicated server yet, so use at your own discretion. But you can see you can maneuver fairly well. There is some power spikes, but this is designed to be a sort of a beginner ship. So, and there's where we started the video at. Let's jump right into it. Head towards this asteroid. Now the drill has a maximum depth of approximately 7 blocks, and I have yet to find a deposit that you could not reach, at least partly. Now you can see we have 3 hotbars set up like I was showing before. We'll turn our ore detector on. The ore detector is by default set to display or position information through the antenna, which means you can, it's a new feature, you can actually hop out, and if you're in broadcast range or your network is in broadcast range, it'll actually transmit the ore detection information quite far away depending on your network. But this means you can actually see ore while you're in your spacesuit, which could be useful. Let's see, let's get right here. So let's extend the landing gears. Now the landing gears are important because inertial dampeners do not take into account any type of vibration or shaking or movement that are connected on the other end of a piston or rotor. This means that the inertial dampeners will not take the drill shake into account because it's on the end of a piston. So you do have to lock to an asteroid. Now there have been some issues in my testing with the landing gears in multiplayer, but not too significant. Bear in mind that, you know, things will get fixed eventually, and all will be well. But I have only had a few rare issues with the landing gear in listen server multiplayer. For those of you who don't know, listen server is when you host the game and you invite clients in, as opposed to a dedicated server. Anyway, we'll lock down the gears, turn the drill on, and start the piston forward. I typically extend the drill piston first, because it's easier to see how far the extension is actually gone. Turn on our spotlight, and if you want to eliminate this power fluctuation that you're seeing here, you can turn off dampeners while you're drilling, since you're locked to the asteroid anyway. Now here's the magic of the design. We retract the landing gear pistons as well, and that lets us get the depth while only having one piston, which helps with the stability issue that pistons have when they're stacked together. So we'll do that. Now you can leave the drill in the hole for a little bit, let it shake around, because it'll keep collecting a little bit of material here and there. You can retract the drill and extend back out the landing gear piston arms at the same time after the hole has been mined, but don't try to do it while you're drilling. That's 1 meter per second acceleration combined between the two sets of pistons, and that's a little fast for the drill to actually handle. You'll end up snapping your drill off, or worse. So let's extend the drill. Let me retract the drill. Go ahead and cut it off, and we'll go ahead and turn our refineries on. You can hear them gear up, and we collected, you know, about 14,000 kilograms of material in one go. So we did pretty good. Now we are running a bit low on uranium. We've already used about 0.2 ingots altogether, but we did travel some. This thing does not start with a lot of uranium, basically. But let's go back to that menu. It does have 2 refineries and 2 assemblers, and that was mainly because of my OCD wanting things to be balanced. So now this is, I have used no mods in this build, so it is stock game friendly. Now next, what we're going to do, get these out of the way. While our material is refining, we can do something with this, turn the dampers back on, with this ship over here, if we can, there it is. Now you may have noticed that the tools on the front are right next to the drill piston, and you may be wondering how that is going to work out. Well, it's either because of, you know, pistons have a reduced collision mesh, or tools have a reduced collision mesh. Yeah, mesh. Excuse me. Cannot talk straight today. but they do just simply slide past. We can see here, we can actually extend see, both, and they just simply slide right past the drill, no problem. Now you come across some scrap. Let's go ahead and retract the piston for the welder. You come across some scrap and you want to do something about it. Well, this can handle it. So this can mine, refine, assemble, grind, and weld, all in one fairly compact ship. Move in here. Now this does not have cameras or sensors on it at this time because they do tend to get a little weird in multiplayer right now. But you can see here, we're grinding away at this ship. And also because everything's on pistons, everything is connected all into one unit, which is nice. But you can see, you can do everything right from the cockpit. So you can do that. And then we can switch. Get our welder out. Begin welding. Put everything back together. So this is, you know, quite a useful design. And with the welder right next to the drill, you have one added bonus feature, which is as you retract the welder, if your drill has gotten any damage, if you just leave the welder on while you retract, the drill will be in the sphere of influence of the welder, so you can actually repair your own drill. So we'll turn that off. Now you see these connectors on the side. You might be wondering what those are. If we go over to the second list, maneuver down here. These are to ensure that basically, well, for one, you can do cargo transfers, but for two, is to make sure that you don't burn anything when you're docking to a larger structure. So we'll line up here. Okay, and we can extend the starboard side connector, which many of you may do this already on your builds, but I thought it was a nice little inclusion. You can see that there's pretty much no way that you're going to burn the surface of the ship or station that you're trying to dock to. So we can line up here just like so, and then we can engage, and we are now docked with the other ship. And if you're so inclined, if there's room available, you can even retract, though I don't recommend it because you might, you know, burn something up, but you can. Now there is that magnetism you can see. Well, these are set up to be 1 meter per second retraction, and because of the mass of the ship, it means that you'll never have an issue breaking away from another ship unless the connector just happens to glitch, which does sometimes happen, but on its own it shouldn't happen. Now on your primary bar, you have all your main forward tools and your weapons in case things get hot. You can see, just turn the turrets on with their little tracking lasers. On your second bar, you have your docking connectors. You also have, zoom in here, your interior lights, your exterior lights, and your blinky lights, your strobe lights. We can turn all those on and off in case you want to try to hide out somewhere. Have your antenna, and like I said, I can actually see things through the broadcast of the antenna when I'm flying around in my suit, thanks to that new feature, and that's automatically set on the ore detector. See right here, broadcast using antennas, nice new option. And then here we have our batteries. Each battery is set individually, so you can use them one at a time if you need to. And the reactors are set on their own group together. Our refineries, our assemblers, gravity, and the interior turret are on bar 3. Bar 4 is empty for future expansion. So we can, for example, cut off our reactors,
Fuel critical.
cut on one battery, 2 batteries, and we are now running. And our refineries are just finished, so I can't show you the power consumption on that. But yeah, each battery has on off, and each battery has charge.
Fuel critical.
And just as usual, when they're charging, they're like that. Now, power usage while they're charging, as you just saw, is about 40%. You can run the factory at pretty much full tilt with both refineries and charge your batteries and just hit the limit on the reactors, be at just about max power consumption, so you can't move. But the batteries are a very nice emergency feature to have in case you happen to not be watching your uranium usage or you just happen to run out. And this is that feature I was telling you about where you can see the ore detected from a distance through the antenna. But anyway, that's about it. This can do absolutely everything, and it is simply a wonderful little ship that I am very proud to share with you guys in the community. And be sure to leave feedback on the mod page and let me know if you find any issues, and I will try to resolve them. Thank you very much, and have a good day.